This is what social media tells you elegant style is, and this is what elegant style actually is. If your idea of elegance is basically to wear a blue striped top with a tailored blazer, or if you think in order to look elegant you must dress like you're going to a business meeting, or if you think that in order to be elegant you need to be rich, slim, tall, young, old, blonde, whatever it is, then this video is for you. Over the past few years, the old money aesthetic and elegant style have been a hot trend on social media. And to some people, they are merely a trend that they get to embrace for a while and then drop it and jump on another trend when it comes along. To them, dressing elegantly means to dress in a very stereotypical way and to wear the exact same outfit formula that everyone else on social media is wearing, leaving no room for your personal style and your self expression. But as someone who has completely transformed her style to become more elegant and have been creating content about elegant style for the past 12 months and been actively engaged in this space, I can tell you that this is more than just a hot topic. Elegant style has always been around, but in this very moment, it is experiencing a renaissance. And in my opinion, this comes as a counterbalance to the chaotic noise of the fast fashion and vulgar culture of today, the ultra casual culture where people no longer put in effort in how they look. Elegance is not a trend. It is not an aesthetic, but it is a way of life. And in this video, we're going to go over what elegant style is and how to truly become an elegant person without compromising your personal style or dressing like you're going to a costume party. Here's the structure of the video. It's going to be split into 4 parts, and this will be the only foundational video that you'll need to understand elegant style and become that sophisticated, classy, elegant lady that you aspire to be. My name is May, and this is Elegant Speed. Okay, let's dive in. What is elegant style? I must say that becoming an elegant lady in today's modern world is not about conforming to an outdated mold or following a strict set of rules, but it's rather a journey of self discovery. It is a dedication to personal growth and a commitment to living truly with purpose. Over the past few years, I have completely transformed my style and went from looking average, plain, and boring to looking elegant and sophisticated. And if there is one thing that I learned along this journey is that elegant style is not really about the garments themselves, but rather the intention behind them. It is the art of less is more, where each piece tells a story not through its vibrant colors or prints or logos, but rather through its texture, quality, and fit. Unlike other styles that are loud, elegant style whispers sophistication. It does not demand attention, it earns it. At its core, elegant style is very intentional and it is extremely selective, where each choice, from the fabric to the cut, speaks to an inner alignment. It's not about the price tag or the labels, it's rather about a thoughtful and honest curation that honors the person wearing the clothes. And speaking of honor, Coco Chanel has a very famous quote that says, "Elegance is refusal." And in my opinion, there's no better way to describe elegant style. Elegance as refusal means to refuse vulgarity, to refuse looking like a human billboard of visible logos, a refusal to owning the entire rainbow in your closet to not look boring or dull. And it's certainly a refusal to copy other people's style and to truly express who we are through our clothes instead of hiding behind them. Elegant style has completely transformed my life in both how I look on the outside and how I feel on the inside. And I also became a certified image consultant because of it. But based on what I hear from my students, my experience is not unique. So if you think that your entire life will change if you start dressing more elegantly, let me tell you. Oh, yeah, it will. The way that you dress is directly related to how others see you, and the way how others see you is directly related to how they treat you, whether they trust you, whether they give you opportunities, whether they hire you, promote you, or do business with you. So, the saying, "dress for the job you want, not the job you have," might seem superficial at first, but actually it holds so much wisdom on how fashion works with human psychology. Now, before we get into the characteristics of elegant style, I want to go over what elegant style is not. Okay, starting with number 1. Elegant style is not rigid or uncomfortable. And let me make this clear. Comfort and elegance are not mutually exclusive. There are a lot of pieces that offer great comfort and still make you look elevated and elegant. If you want a video on how to achieve casual, comfortable elegance, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video for you. Elegant style is not exclusive or elitist. There is no monopoly on elegance. It's not about excluding others or creating a sense of superiority. It's not really about that. It's about you identifying with its values and truly embracing that style and way of life. The main purpose isn't just trying to impress others, but rather presenting and expressing yourself in an elevated way and making thoughtful style choices. Last but not least, elegant style is not expensive. Or it doesn't have to be expensive. Here's the thing, rich people may not be elegant, and elegant people may not be rich. I truly believe that you can be elegant no matter your budget, and you can really achieve affordable elegance if you know how to identify elegant clothes, and you can create a wardrobe strategy that supports your lifestyle and your budget. I actually have an entire masterclass on how to look elegant on a budget using my 3-step formula. It is completely free and I'll link it in the description for you. And now that we've moved these misconceptions out of the way, we can actually start talking about the characteristics of elegant style. And since life is ruled by the law of opposites, perhaps the best way to understand what elegant style is by understanding its opposite. So, the non elegant style, if you will, can include many different style types. It can be streetwear, it can be grunge style, hip hop, and so on. And each of these styles can be very expressive and fashionable, but they all embrace a different type of aesthetic. They lean more towards a casual or edgy vibe, which contrasts with the refined and polished aesthetic of elegance. And these styles are based on completely different values, they send a completely different message. There's no good or bad here, they're just different categories, right? And it's up to you to choose which category resonates with you the most and which one do you want to be associated with. Alright, starting off with characteristic number one, which is the focus. Typically, the focus of a non elegant style will be on trends and following the latest trends, versus elegant style that typically focuses on timelessness. But I do want to say that sometimes a very classic, timeless piece can be a hot trend for a while. And in that case, that would align with elegant style. So you can embrace that, but it's still within the timelessness category. Number two is the silhouettes. A non elegant style typically embraces oversized, relaxed, loose fit, and unconventional shapes, versus elegant style that focuses on more tailored, structured, and form fitting pieces. When it comes to fabrics, a non elegant style would be okay with wearing very casual fabrics like denim or polyester or synthetics. Meanwhile, the elegant style focuses on more natural fabrics like cotton, linen, silk, cashmere, and wool. These fabrics are the backbone of elegant style, so I really want you to keep that in mind. Moving on to patterns, a non elegant style would go for bold prints, logos, and graphic designs. Meanwhile, the elegant style focuses on more subtle and timeless patterns like pinstripes, houndstooth, plaid, or just solid colors. Moving on to the color palette, for a non elegant style, they would typically go for bright, bold, and often clashing color combos, versus elegant style that goes for more muted, classics, pastels, jewel tones, or monochromatic tones. Next up is accessories, and for a non elegant style, you would typically see very bold statement pieces like chunky jewelry, baseball caps. You would see sometimes colorful plastic jewelry. You wouldn't see that with the elegant style. You would often see more of a minimalist, understated accessories like pearls, diamonds, and scarves. When it comes to the attitude of a non elegant outfit, it can come across as very edgy, rebellious, experimental, expressive, fashionable, fashion forward. things like that. Versus with elegant style, it will come across as very graceful, poised, composed, refined, and polished. Last but not least, we have makeup and beauty. In a non elegant style, you would often see very bold, experimental makeup, often highlighting specific features, very strong contouring, strong use of color, thick, long lashes, overlining the lips, and things like that. Meanwhile, an elegant style often goes for a more subtle, polished, and natural looking makeup, or at least as natural as possible, let's say. So now that you know what elegant style is, let's talk about how you can dress more elegantly and elevate your style. Starting off with step number one, setting the foundation by cultivating your mindset. I post a lot of elegant style content on Instagram and TikTok, and I get tons of messages saying,
But May, I'm too old. But May, I'm too young. But May, I'm a plus size. But May, I'm petite. How can I look elegant?
and I really, really want you to get these limiting beliefs out of your head. Elegance transcends age, height, weight, everything. Confidence in your style comes from truly accepting who you are and celebrating your attributes. It's about finding a style or a way of dressing that looks elegant and still makes you comfortable in your own skin and makes you feel good about yourself. So don't think that if you are a certain height or a certain weight that you cannot look elegant. That's absolutely not true. Another limiting belief or fear that a lot of people struggle with, and I was one of them, is the fear of being overdressed. And I really want to make it clear that being elegant or dressing in an elegant way does not equal being overdressed all the time. That's not true. It's more about looking polished and refined every time you get dressed, whether you're dressed casually or you're dressed formally. And I must say that casual means different things to different people. To some, it means wearing a pair of leggings and a hoodie. To others, it means wearing a pair of jeans and a t shirt. And to others, it means wearing tailored trousers and a fitted top. All of these outfits are considered casual, but the polishness level is different. And people may or may not put in effort in their casual look. That's completely, it's a personal preference. It's completely up to them, but it shouldn't decide for you if you put in the effort or not. What decides that for you is your standards that you have for yourself, for your personal brand, what makes you feel good, and how you want to present yourself. I heard someone say the other day that you shouldn't dress in a polished way because you're gonna make others feel underdressed, and that's not elegant. And I'm like, what about how I feel? How about how I want to present myself? It's really not about competing with others, it's really about presenting yourself in a way that makes you feel good and comfortable. The third mindset piece that I want to touch on is the quality over quantity mindset. Elegance is not about accumulating as many clothes as possible. It's really about finding the right pieces in the right color, fit, quality, texture. And that's why I was saying that being elegant is really about being intentional and selective. So when you really start embracing this mindset, your wardrobe is going to start to shift and become more thoughtfully curated and more high quality. Now that we've laid the foundation, we're going to start building on it by cultivating your style. And like I just stated, an elegant woman approaches her wardrobe with intention and not impulse. In a world of ever changing trends and fast fashion, she opts for simplicity and timelessness. She truly embraces that quality over quantity mindset and chooses natural fabrics that make her feel luxurious, and she curates her wardrobe based on her values: simplicity, quality, and longevity. In order for you to start curating a wardrobe that satisfies this description, the first thing that you need to do is to stop consuming fast fashion products. And trust me, I learned this the hard way. It's so much better for you to save up your money and buy one quality piece than go buy 20 pieces from Shein or a fast fashion store that will give you the best price but the worst quality. When you start buying quality pieces, A, you will love and value them so much more. B, they will look great, they will feel great, and they will drape very elegantly on your body. And C, you will feel so good and confident wearing them. You will feel very elegant and sophisticated, and your entire energy will shift. So they're absolutely worth the investment. The third and last step is thoughtful editing. A truly elegant woman knows that a refined wardrobe is not about the number of clothes that she owns, but rather it's about the versatility of each piece. She approaches her wardrobe like a gallery where each piece was selected with intention and love, with an eye for craftsmanship, detail, and harmony. She starts with the foundations, classic pieces that never go out of style and can be mixed and matched to create countless looks. You need to tailor your wardrobe to your lifestyle. I used to be that person who would go shopping and buy dresses and dressy tops and pants and things for special occasions, waiting for one to show up so I can wear them and be very stylish and elegant. But then in my day to day life, I would be living in jeans and t shirts. And that's not a good strategy. It's actually not a strategy at all. If you want to actually be elegant, it needs to be practical and useful for your daily life. So you need to determine what your lifestyle looks like. What are you in need of the most? If you have a full time job and your job requires you to dress formally, then that means that your lifestyle requires you to have business casual clothes, formal clothes. So it makes sense for you to build your wardrobe around that, to get a lot of blazers and tailored blouses and trousers because you're actually going to need them. You're actually going to use them. I have another video on my channel that addresses different capsule wardrobes for different ladies, including the corporate lady, the homebody, the lady who has a lot of activities and social gatherings. And for each personality, for each lifestyle, there is a completely different wardrobe. So there is no size fits all solution here. And this leads us to the end of today's video. I hope it sets the right foundation for you to dress more elegantly and thoughtfully. I have a lot more videos coming soon, so make sure that you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of them. I will see you in the next one, but until then, stay elegant.